Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Shadowbringers. In the last episode, we had the big gathering where we got everyone together at the Crystarium to explain the truth about the first Warriors of Light and what really happened and what they had done in order to try to correct the mistake they made with the Flood. Just to kind of get the record straight on that regard. And after we did that, Ardbert showed up in the flesh, which I had originally thought might be a different version of Ardbert from one of the other shards, but apparently not. At least what we're currently assuming is going on is that Elidibus, now that Ardbert's soul was, well, absorbed into our character during the process of defeating Emet-Selch, that his corpse is now available for inhabitation by the Ascian. And so that is Elidibus in Ardbert's body, reanimated corpse, walking around and doing all of this. To what end, we're not exactly sure. It's almost certainly not good, for us anyway, and so yeah, we're kind of in a observe mode at the moment. We're not going to be taking any action against him directly, immediately. Just kind of see what he's up to. So we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, we've been called over to Raktika to investigate a new area of the Kitana Ravel that's been opened up now that the Light Warden's been cleared out. Because there may be some more information about the ancient Ascian civilization there, possibly, that we can get. Because pretty much all the information that we've gotten about the Ascians, who and what they are and what they're doing and why, came from Emet-Selch, who was an Ascian. And while he claimed that he was telling us the truth, it's definitely the truth from his perspective. So we're trying to look for some more independent sources for some information, to kind of get a better idea of what the Ascians may be doing, or just more information on them. How did 3 of them survive the sundering? There's a question, without being sundered themselves. Not really sure. But we're going to go ahead and head on in there and see what we encounter. It's going to be a solo instance. And we got the warning that we're going to have cut scenes. So let's go ahead and proceed on it. And here's where we fought the Light Warden.
Come. Our new discoveries are to be found this way.
The people of Ronka are known to have venerated animals, but these features do not match those of any indigenous species. This is no common beast. Though that much is plain from its proportions.
Lifelike, is it not? One could almost imagine it breathed. Why you... Ugh.
This owl, by contrast, seems no different from the others we've seen.
Yes.
The sealed door lies ahead. As you see, one statue is missing. I expect we are meant to replace it as before.
Too simple. There will be some additional defense mechanism. Just a moment. There are words carved into the stone. He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber shall instead waken the beast and know his folly. Wait! Don't!
Yep.
What? But I only... What is happening? Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, it lives!
Why am I not surprised? Prepare yourselves.
Okay. Well, this is strange. Okay. Okay. You trespass mortal upon sacred ground, and retribution, 4 souls have I bound. Okay. Yet, to heroes proven, learned and wise, a comrade's soul shall be their prize. If you would see theirs set free, answer me these riddles 3. Ah, okay. Deft of paw with kin do I vie, though sought apart, betterment of the whole, or efforts to scry, what am I? Oh, Lord. And I have 30 minutes to solve the riddles. Okay. Curl, Calibri, and Oppo Oppo. Deft of paw, with kin do I vie. Betterment of the whole, do our efforts descry. Paw. Calibri don't have paws. Oppo Oppos don't have paws. Curls do. It was Oppo Oppo, keen and shrewd as spirit and exalts ingenuity. Nope, nope. For this mistake, a single talisman I shall take. Okay. Well, what's the worst? I had to repeat it? With fearsome fang, I travel with pack. Together we find harmony and thus peace. Serpent, wolf, and owl. Fearsome fang. I travel with pack. Wolf. That should be easy enough. Yeah, there we go. So Spirit of Wolf, their doctrines praise that we would know the peace and harmony to the end of their days. The Riddles answer, you did discern, and thus to you a soul returns. Okay, Simet. My belly do I crawl, but my strength does prosperity reign within our hall. What am I? A snake. Serpent. Dread serpent turn protector, lord to slumber, heir tear the world asunder. The riddle's answer did you discern? Okay. Who do I get back? I get Almet. Desire you that which I yet claim, then we shall play another game. Okay. A test of mind and memory. Choose wisely, and you may yet go free. Twixt these talismans hide friend and foe. Choose your companions well, or sorrow no. Free your comrades from the talismans. Is this a matching game? What happens if I choose one? Select this one. Okay. Yep, it's a card matching game. Alright. Okay. Alright, no, we don't want that one. Okay, we don't want that one. Actually, what happens if I match those two? They disappear? Ah. It produces an enemy we have to fight.
No mess.
But at least it removes those particular cards. Alright, so what are you? Another one of those. And what are you? There we go. Got her back. That means this has to be Yustola. And Yustola was this one. There we go. Your comrades are assembled together at last. Yet there still remains one trial you must pass. If we glean the knowledge enshrined in this earth, I would first take the measure of your worth. Okay, we're probably going to have to fight it. One worthy of she who the Ronkans extolled must be strong of mind, body, and soul. Alright, let's go. Spread it out. Gather up.
This is going to leave a mark.
Okay, what are those?
Here I come.
Okay. So they grab those. I guess if I were not the tank, would it have been me? Oh no. There we go. And pointing away from anybody else. Excellent.
This is going to leave a mark.
The sound of heat? Oh, Stola got hit. She should be fine. Poison. Alright, gather around in the bubble. Ooh. Cubus. Last time we encountered Cubus was in the simulacrum of Amarant. More Cubus. Right, back off.
This is going to leave a mark.
Just gotta down the main boss. There we go. Well fought hero, the trial is complete, the way is open, and thus I concede defeat. Alright, well that was interesting.
Twould seem the magics have returned us. How polite. Now, what have we learned?
Ah, we were bound to run into a living statue eventually. And now we can open the door.
Nothing, apparently.
He who would disturb a hero's deserved slumber.
A sarcophagus?
A tomb, just as I thought. Befitting a hero.
She is Vis. Could it be the Archmage Tiuna? A legendary hero of Ronka, as you surmised. The tales tell of how she smote entire armies with a single incantation, so potent was her spellcraft. Though she ever fought in the name of peace.
I thought them no more than tales. To think she really existed.
Well, I, for one, always believed.
I wonder. By the light of fallen stars, great power awakens.
Tiuna was not only a master of spellcraft. It is said she could see truths long lost and hear the voices of men's hearts.
The Echo?
Naught less than the Echo. In which case, none of this is mere coincidence. A shower of stars setting the sky aflame. And in both this world and the Source, we find individuals within whom a mysterious power awakened at the sight. We can never unpick the why of it. Now, however, I believe we might. Does the scene depicted here not resemble the one we saw when we first ventured into the Katana Ravel? Moreover, does it not recall that which Emmett Selk invited us to witness in Amarot? The final days. If, as the Exarch's research suggests, soul and mind share a fragile yet profound bond, might it not be possible for an event to leave such a deep imprint upon the soul that it could be perceived eons later, given a suitable trigger? The Echo defies explanation by conventional etherological theory, or shall we say modern etherological theory. But if it is a power that once belonged to the ancients, to souls yet undivided, it would seem I have entered the realm of pure speculation, and I call myself a scholar. I shall refrain from making any further wild claims until such time as I have evidence. Still, I cannot choose but be reminded of our experience in Amarot.
Then you must recall Emmett Selk's dying request. Yes.
Remember us.
History is learned, not lived. We have always protected the tales of Ronka, just as we have protected this place. But we are mindful of what our mothers taught us. We see the past through our own eyes, and speak of it with our own words. Thus do we come to understand it in our own way. But this is not the same as remembering.
Your mothers were wise. Though we witnessed the final days, our impressions cannot fail to be colored by our own experiences and expectations. Those who lived through it would have perceived the event quite differently. We must bear in mind that it is no simple matter to keep the truth alive, or it will die with Emmett Selk and his kin. But we have disturbed Tiuna long enough. Fanau will serve similarly well as a venue for our contemplations.
Interesting. Alright, well, let's see what Almet has to say. By your pensive expression, I take it the tomb has given you much to think about. That is well. In time, the knowledge you have gained will lead to understanding, and thus arm you for what is to come. Before you leave, however, I would speak again of the teachings of our forebears, of histories learned, not lived. The legend of Tiuna and her exploits has been told countless times over the centuries, yet, as it is handed from one generation to the next, the story changes. Yeah, that's what happens. With each telling of the tale, there are new flourishes, details changed or lost. We can never truly know how she lived, for we were not there to see it. But we are here now to bear witness to your life. We have seen the change you have wrought, the echoes that will endure long after you are gone, and though it too will change in time, I swear to you we shall do our best to preserve your story. I hope you forgive me if I don't make an oath of my own, but I think it goes without saying we could never misspeak of your heroism. Perish the thought. So long as we are here, there are none among the V's who will not know all you have done for Norvrant. Right, we are not deserving of such reverence, but we are grateful all the same. You can be certain we will have our own tales to tell of the great guardians of Raktika and the ruins of Ronka. I pray you safe travels then. As ever, we shall await your return with open arms. Alright. Let's go ahead and see what Y'shtola has for us next. Alright, although we learned naught of the Ascians, the insight we gained into the Echo made our trip worthwhile. Before we return to the Crystarium, however, there's a small matter I would attend to in Slitherbough. Might I trouble you to come with me? Thank you. As we arrive, we should have a brief word with Runar. Alright, off to Slitherbough then. Alright, there is Runar. Ayame, it's so good to see you. You arrived at a most opportune time. I was preparing a pot of my famous stew. Come, I will ready a place for you. I'm sorry, Runar, but we haven't the... Oh. Please, I insist. It will take only a minute. My apologies, Ayame. It seems our return to Crystarium will be delayed. But perhaps only for a bit, if you assist me with my work. I say work, but it is rather more a chore. I must clean my chambers here in Slitherbough from top to bottom. If you would be so kind as to go and fetch a broom from Asgeir, we might finish before Runar is done cooking. Alright then. A broom for Master Matoya? I can imagine why she would have need of such a thing, but here you are. It is old, but sturdy and sure to suffice. Alright then. Is she going to enchant it to have it work for her? Becoming more like her master every day? Or teacher, I should say. I trust Asgeir was able to find a broom for us? Indeed. Well worn. Good. This would prove difficult otherwise. Though I must say, I think I did rather well for her not having a broom thus far. Yes, well, you weren't buried beneath a veritable avalanche of books when you entered, were you? Right. Anyway, it's time I finished cleaning with the help of that broom. Matoya's theme. You didn't honestly think I'd do the old-fashioned way. The broom is more than capable of sweeping by itself, or rather, it will be. Time to rise to swish and sweep. A tidy chamber you must keep. To this task you shall be bound until no dust is to be found. In this one particular respect, I've no objections to following in Master Matoya's footsteps. In future, I may need you to remind me the pursuit of knowledge does not preclude other equally important duties, such as maintaining clean quarters for said pursuit. I will dearly miss this place, these people. Master Matoya, pardon the interruption, but the stew is ready. Dropping some eaves. Is something troubling you? You've been rather quiet. No, everything is fine, I assure you. It has been a long day, is all. I see. Yustola, thank goodness you're still here. Oh, who's this? Ah, Alphino. And Eorzea, and Alice. Alphino? I thought you were following Ardbert. I was, though I'm sad to say I lost track of him shortly after entering these woods. He seems determined to traverse every ilm of Norvrand in his quest to spread the truth of the Warriors of Light and the Flood. And it seems news of your address to the Crystarium precedes him at every destination, making his task all the more simple. It remains to be seen to what end he encourages the people to become Warriors of Light themselves. But there is no denying that his words have struck a chord with many. Well, we're all agreed that this is just another Ascian ploy, yes? They've commandeered corpses before, and to no good end. I see no reason to think this time is any different, especially when it's that of a fallen Warrior of Light. I doubt we'll learn more if we remain a step behind. His next destination is, in all likelihood, Slitherbough. Alice, are you certain you should be here? If you're concerned about Hulric and the others, you needn't be. Their treatment is going well, but progress is slow and exhausting, for all of us. The best thing I can do now is let them rest, so I believe we are about to discuss how to arrange a meeting with our would-be Warrior of Light. Before visiting any towns or villages, Ardbert would hunt down and slay a nearby Sin-Eater to earn the locals' trust. Our best chance of getting ahead of him is to find one before he does. Thankfully, Thancred and Reen are returned from the empty and have taken up the search. Reen believeth one may lurk beneath the boughs of Woven Oath. Then that is where we will start our search. Master Matoya. A warm bowl of stew will be awaiting your return. I look forward to it. All right. I guess we'll go speak to Thancred, turn this in, and then we'll probably call that a day here. Assuming we don't get dragged into anything else upon turning in the quest. Where exactly we headed? Over there. That appears to be our Sin Eater. Were we too late?
If you were hoping to vent your frustrations on our Issa friend here, I can only apologize.
Few as they are now, it took us no time at all to track it down.
That suits our purpose perfectly. Now we need only wait for Ardbert to arrive.
Weren't you two meant to be attending to the empty?
We were, and are, but we can hardly ignore the rest of the world. So we thought we might see how things were coming along. From what we can gather, the answer is strangely.
Right now, we think we can do more good here.
It is heartening to have all present.
Indeed. We will be glad of the additional hands should matters escalate.
Our quarry has come.
It seems I've lost this particular race. Although I suppose it's only fair. When we first met, it was I who outpaced you. Ravana, was it? But where are my manners? I wouldn't be here were it not for you, and I have yet to say a word of thanks.
Extend the friendly fist. Do we do the fist bump, or would we ask about Seto? We'll do the fist bump.
Arm giving you trouble? You should have it examined.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, Ardbert.
Very well. Let us forego this pretense. After all, it was never you that I needed to deceive.
Elidibus.
Yes, it is I, Elidibus. Through your time in Emetzelk's imitation of our home, I dare say you have gained a better understanding of my role since last we met. Not that it matters.
We understand your role, emissary, but not your goal. What is it that you seek to achieve?
I seek to enact the will of the Convocation, of course. If it helps you to think of me as but another Ascian, no different in nature or purpose from the rest, you are welcome to do so.
Once, I would have said your goal was destruction alone. Now I understand that you fight for something you love, just as we do. Yet though we seem doomed to clash, I bid you consider Emmett Selk's final words. Remember that we once lived, he said. Had he not seen some glimmer of hope in our kind, I do not believe he would have spoken thus.
None better understood your plight than he. His words must surely be worthy of your consideration.
Emmett Selk. How very unlike you to err so gravely. That one should stray at the end of so onerous a path is understandable. But I had thought you above such weakness. Mayhap you thought the same. Would that I had been present to offer correction. But I shall do so now, as is my duty, and return all to its proper course. As for you, look at yourselves. Look at your history. Look back 100 short years to how your greatest warriors were undone. And now, at but a word from me, you raise your hands in answer like the puppets you are. Naught has changed. You fail, and you fail, and you learn nothing. Allow that which is most important to slip through your fumbling fingers like so many grains of sand, again and again and again, and you would remember us. You do forget yourselves. There is no common ground to be found between you and I. Nor do I require any. I have my duty.
Wait!
Well, we have confirmed the identity of our foe at least. And 'tis safe to say his objective is the rejoining.
But we still have no idea how playing the part of a warrior of light will further his cause, nor why he would spur others to do the same.
Another visit to the Tempest may shed some light upon these mysteries. Whether we are to exchange words or blows with Elidibus at our next meeting, the fact remains, we know too little. Ere our paths cross again, I would learn more of the world that once was, and of Elidibus himself. In this, we would be best served going directly to his home, much as Emmett Selk came to ours.
Though I see the wisdom in thy suggestion, the Amarot we visited is but a phantom born of Emmett Selk's memory. I fear it will teach us little that we do not already know.
I quite agree. Yet the ruins of the actual city remain unexplored. Given the vastness of the Tempest, I should not be surprised were there more such structures like to those in which the Ondo reside.
Yeah, if there's aught to be learned, I want to know, indeed.
A woman after my own heart.
Assuming we are all in agreement, then I suggest we first pay a visit to the Ondo. If anyone can tell us where more ruins are to be found, it is them.
Alright, I'll take those silver pieces. Don't need the foods. And actually, let me just go ahead and pick up the quest, because that'll probably lead us to the Tempest. Alright, Alphino has right of it. Let us pay a visit to the Ondo. We should speak with Tolsh-Ath first. As chieftain, he is doubtless privy to a great many secrets. Alright. Alright, so we'll go ahead and stop here for today. And then, yeah, we'll see what we learn in the Tempest next episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.